What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? This is podcast episode dedicated to one of my favorite hardcore wrestlers, New Jack, aka Jerome Young. And wow, I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning because I had to pee. Oh man, so I'm on TikTok and I was on there for like an hour. I ain't gonna lie. Then I went to Facebook and one of my friends who like New Jack too put up on his story, it was a picture of New Jack with the caption R.I.P. New Jack. And I was like, what the hell's going on? So I'm on Google and I was like, I typed in New Jack. And, I saw that's a TMG. The first article was TMG. And apparently it said, I'm paraphrasing, New Jack died of a heart attack. I'm like, holy shit. Holy fucking shit. New Jack died of a fucking heart attack. So my condolences go to his wife and, his family. His wife, Jennifer Young. She looked like she's a nice lady. Damn, man. I remember all the shoot interviews that had New Jack on it. And I believe everything that he said because he said it with some conviction in it. Or should I say no conviction? I don't know. You know how a person speaks? It's like he's telling the truth just by how nice or how solid his tone is, for lack of better words in that sentence. But damn, man. No, he always had heart problems. I think he was taking medication for all his shit. I mean, since that Dansbury fall where that stupid ass Vic Grimes like fell on his head when they hit the floor or the ground and New Jack fractured his skull. That was like, that was the beginning of all his health problems, really. Because, by that time, I mean, shit, he lost his sight in his right eye. He fractured his skull, so he had brain fluid coming out of his nose and shit. He would never be the same after that. And then him like snorting cocaine, a lot of cocaine, so he have that boost to jump off of stuff. It damaged his heart because I remember one episode of either like a little short interview video or a full suit interview podcast. He had a lot of scar tissue around his heart from his cocaine use, And after that, after the doctor told him that, he was like, shit, fuck cocaine. I ain't snorting that shit no more. He didn't really say it like that, though, but I bet you he said it in private. Like, shit, fuck cocaine. I ain't snorting that shit no more. But damn, he was one of my favorite ECW characters on ECW. I mean, you got a lot of, folks in there, folks that came from ECW, like, Taz, where he explained why he don't like Taz. I mean, you can go on YouTube and type in New Jack hates Taz. he got some stories. That's one reason why I like New Jack. It's always the older generation. They come with stories to tell. Oh man, I wasn't gonna say something else, but what the fuck? Anyway, New Jack is no longer with us. My favorite New Jack episode where he was a guest on somebody. I think it was a U-Shoot kayfabe commentaries where he explained shit. He got a lot of them. I'm trying to pinpoint because I like all his stories. He was trying to actually, the part where he did his first promo about Jim Cornette said to him, make something that make white people mad. No, to say something make white people mad. And he was like, I can go like for days for that shit. And then Jim Cornette said, talk about OJ. I was like, and he was like, what the fuck I want to say about OJ? And then this shit no, it was Moody Entertainment when he was sitting in the bathroom shooting the interview. I don't know why he was in the bathroom for. You could tell it was in the bathroom. But anyway, I guess he had to find the right room with the best acoustics. I don't know. But anyway, he said this is popped in my head. He said, I want to give a special shout out for my homeboy OJ Simpson. Keep up the good work. Two less we got to worry about. I was like, oh shit, you know them redneck people gonna boo him. And he said like, yeah, them white pope, white popes. I can't talk. Them white people booed the fuck out of me. I was like, no shit. then okay, then he was on YouTube. Excuse me, YouTube. I think the channel name is YouTube, but the show of the channel was called Kayfabe Commentary or some shit. I don't know. He had some stories about people in the business and everything. And fast forward, I saw another shoot interview where he was talking about Boss Mahoney, and oh man, that death, Boss Mahoney's death, kind of hit me hard though because I don't even remember him on WWE, but he seemed like a nice guy. He can be a prick like everybody else in the business, but shit, man, Boss Mahoney, anyway, he did have a beef with Boss Mahoney, and I watched a face-off between Boss Mahoney and New Jack, and that cold conversation was like hectic. It was hectic. New Jack being mad at Boss Mahoney or what he did back in the day. Well, not back in the day, like when they was kids though, but it was an incident that was like he took a girl in this hotel room and they started bloody themselves like vampires and shit, and they left blood on the walls and all that fucking shit. And then you go back into business and you do that same nasty shit. Like, New Jack was worried for Balls. Like, and then, how New Jack felt some type of way about his best friend, Boss Mahoney, just let himself go. He lost a lot of weight. I'm talking about Boss Mahoney, and it's pretty sad though because he don't have any dental insurance to get his teeth fixed. I mean, he has affected roots in his mouth and he has no teeth. And he got so fucking skinny. I'm like, fuck, Boss Mahoney. And I watched that face-off video and he really did care about balls. That sounds very gay. I'm sorry. Yeah, New Jack did care about Boss Mahoney. Like, yeah, and it showed. He was pissed off, and plus he was passing it by his friend. Not like that, but that was his friend. But fuck. R.I.P. New Jack. God damn. Oh yeah, and he had a podcast. It was called New Jack Safe Space. I think they recorded like 5 or 6 episodes, some shit. I don't know. It's still saved in my Apple Music playlist. No, it was actually, I think he recorded 5 episodes, and then all of a sudden he stopped, But, I mean, the quality wasn't all that good. It's their first foray of podcasting for them, though. But every time I listen to the podcast when it was active, it seems like, that's why I hate when, like, let's say a person have normal audio with a mic, and then the main guy, which was New Jack, always seemed to be on the phone. And that audio quality when New Jack was on the phone was horrible. I mean, you couldn't do a Zoom call or some shit, so the audio matches. I don't know. That's how I feel about that. But yeah, he had the podcast, New Jack Safe Space. So Apple Podcasts and shit. It was pretty good, Then they was talking about wrestling, then all of a sudden they kind of changed it up because I feel New Jack don't want to talk about wrestling though. But he if they talk about some more shit on it, anyway. R.I.P. New Jack again. He had entertained me for years, and this is after the fact he was wrestling because I was getting entertained just by his suit interviews. When he guest starred on some podcasts. But shit, I would miss his stories. And see, let me get this off my chest right here. And when he be on them podcasts, why them podcasters always ask the same fucking questions where everybody asks like fucking Mass Transit, Hunter Red when he stabbed 9 times, because I saw the video too. He stabbed him 9 times, not 16 or 18. It was 4 in the back and 5 in the neck or some shit. It was 9. New Jack stabbed Hunter Red 9 times. Anyway, and then the fucking mass transit incident. Oh man, that was mass transit fault because he was being disrespectful. He thought he was one of the boys and he was underage to begin with. I do not feel sorry for mass transit. Mass transit had what the fuck I'm trying to say. He got what he deserved with that shit. And when he died, it was like, fuck him. Man, fuck mass transit. He was a 17 little boy that didn't deserve to be in the ring. If he just kept his shit in his lane, he would still be alive. You know, if he would have stayed a fan, or I saw the dark side of the ring with New Jack. If he would have kept wrestling midgets, he would still be alive. That's on the real right there. Anyway, I'm not going to bore you. Peace out, everybody. And I hope you have a nice Saturday. Peace out.